Okay, in this video we're going to be marking the waistband of the skirt so that we can better and more quickly press it before we attach it to the skirt. So you should have your 3-inch wide by 120-inch waistband. There's a lot of waistband out that way right now. We'll get there. The first thing you're going to do is put a 1-inch mark across this short end. So taking your gridded ruler, you're going to line up the cut edge of this cut edge of the fabric with a 1-inch depth of this ruler. And since this ruler is 2 inches wide, we know that this line here is 1 inch from here. So line up everything and make your mark. Now you want to hold your ruler as many points as possible so it can't torque. If I push here, my ruler can twist this way. If I push here, my ruler can twist this way. Our job is to keep this ruler steady and control it. So line it up and make sure you're pressing down at as many points as possible and draw your 1-inch line. Now, the next thing we're going to do is add a 1-inch border here and a 1-inch border here. It's pretty simple, and you can do quite a bit at one time if you've got a long ruler. We use that same 1-inch line down the center of the ruler, and you line it up with the cut edge of the fabric. Now you can see through, so you should be able to line it up well, but know that your fabric will want to dip and wave sometimes, so you've got to look all the way along this line. Right here I'm a little low, so I want to scoot this up. I use my fingernails to drag that up. Now it's a lot more in line. Looking down, I'm a little low here. I'll drag those up some. You can do the opposite of this too. You can use your fingernails to sort of push this fabric down if you need to get it closer to the 1-inch line. And once you've got it good and lined up, I want you to hold your fingers nice and spread out. And draw your line and move down if you have to hold more, and draw your line. Now, as we move to the next section, I want you to overlap about 4 inches on this line. Make sure you're nice and parallel there, and you are. And straighten up down here. Fabric's a little high, so I push it in some. Looking pretty good. It's a little low here, so I'm going to drag it out. Careful that it doesn't move everything else. Got a lot of things to keep an eye on. So I can spread my fingers out pretty wide, and I draw this line some more. And I want you to draw this line all the way down to the end of your 120. So imagine, keep going. Y'all won't have this seam like I do. I had to put a few pieces together to make my full length waistband. So just ignore that and don't worry. But I want you to draw your line all the way down. Pretend you come all the way down this side. And this is the last little section you've got to do, right? So I want you to line everything up. Check that 1-inch line, do some minor adjustments, get it set, hold everything in place, and draw that line. Now I did all that at once. Don't feel like you have to. You can draw half of it, reposition these hands, don't let the ruler move, and draw more. You always want to control the ruler from slipping though. Now that you've gotten to the other end, I want you to draw a 1-inch mark across here. Same process. Line it up, 1 inch. Looking good. I'm gonna draw my line. Now, see how it just moved on me? You gotta be careful. And you also wanna hold where you're drawing to hold the fabric down. This fabric will try to move on you. And if you're holding here, the fabric underneath it, the fabric can't run away from you. So we've got that. Now, you need to draw this line over here all the way back across. And to do that, let's rotate. It's just like we did before. Take your ruler, line up 1 inch. There you go. Draw you a line. Don't forget to move your hand and control your fabric. Scoot it down some more. Overlap your ruler a little bit. Line up your 1 inch. Draw that line. I want you to do this on all 4 sides of this long waistband rectangle. And that's the step of drawing the seam allowances on your waistband.